Aston Villa have gone ahead to win their 7th consecutive Premier League game at home this season. And guess who they've gone ahead to beat? They've gone ahead to beat Man City by 1-0. It has been Leon Bailey on target, as Pep Guardiola was obviously thrown to the trenches, and obviously he couldn't obviously raise up to the occasion. And the stats are really very shocking for the side of Man City. And if I told you a City fan, you need to obviously see yourself and obviously ask yourself what is exactly going wrong at the club, because with the quality that Man City has, though they never had Doku, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish, you would at least expect them to obviously do the needful and obviously hurt the side of Man City. The side of Aston Villa. But they couldn't. And they were closed down very well. Aston Villa just went ahead to school Man City at the Villa Park, and in the 70th minute, Leon Bailey just needed to use his weak foot to shoot at goal, and it went to the back of the net to make it 1-0 in favor of Aston Villa. And that's how the full game really ended, and it was 1-0 in favor of Aston Villa. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. This is the match reaction, and it has been all about the games of football that are going to be played today. And this result goes ahead to obviously scare the people of Arsenal. If at all you're a fan of Arsenal, you need to get to know that if you're going to play at Aston Villa and you think it's going to be an easy tie, don't think so. It's really going to be a tug of war, because a team like Man City has gone ahead to obviously find itself in a position of losing itself. But for Arsenal, they're really okay, because all their top elite players are really with them. And it's really great to see that they've gone ahead to obviously win their game against Luton Town yesterday, but won, and they come in this game of Aston Villa when they know exactly which opponent they're obviously facing. They are facing one of the most tough teams at home. But for Man City, when you're coming through to play alongside against Aston Villa, you need to obviously come in through and really understand that I'm not having Rodri, but I have to operate. John Stones being played in the midfield, Bernardo Silva variable, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Julian Alves. I think those players are enough to obviously cause a little bit of control into the game. I'm really watching this game of football, but it looks like Man City never showed up. I was one of the people that we told you that I see Man City as a more depleted side than it were last season. Man City is weak. It's weaker than how it was last season. Ilkay Gundogan leaving is really a very big blow. They went ahead to bring in players like Kovacic, Matthias Nunes, who have failed to obviously hit the ground running. Vadio, who was signed to play on the left side of the central defense, is being played as a left back. I think the only positive they've gone ahead to get the summer transfer window is none other than Doku. And I won't be shocked if I told Man City go in for a player like Paulinho in the January transfer window, because when they're not having Rodri, they really look bad. And that means if Rodri gets an injury for some games, they'll obviously find themselves in a situation of really losing everything that they have. So I really understand what the manager is going in through, but what of players like Man United who really had close to 11 injuries at a certain point? Man City is having only there is an injury of Doku and Kevin De Bruyne. The other players are just suspended. Rodri is suspended, and Jack Grealish is suspended. Jack Grealish missed out to obviously go ahead and really play away from the team that obviously raised him and obviously told him £100 million to Manchester City. And I don't think would have gone ahead to do anything special. I think the only player they missed is Rodri. Sorry, they missed Rodri and Doku, because those would have gone ahead to put in a moment of magic. So, for Manchester City, they need to do further business for what they want to obviously compete for the trophy, because Arsenal might go away at Aston Villa and beat Aston Villa over the weekend. That is it. They can beat them. Arsenal can beat Aston Villa. With the addition of Declan Rice in the team, it is a different team altogether. They fight a lot, and they can win a lot, and they defend better away from home. So Leon Bailey was on target, and let me show you the shocking stats that most of you are not going to believe. That were the stats that happened down at the stadium of Villa Park. 22 shots. Have you heard? 22 shots by Aston Villa. Man City had only 2 shots. Guys, have you heard? 22 shots by Aston Villa. Man City had only 2 shots. 7 shots on target by Aston Villa. Man City had 2 shots on target. 46% ball possession by Villa. Man City had 54%. As expected, that they're going to have a lion's share of the possession. That is it. Then we go to the number of passes completed. Aston Villa completed 436 passes. Man City completed 515 passes. Passing accuracy 85% by Aston Villa, 87% by Manchester City. 13 fouls by Aston Villa, 13 fouls by Man City. 2 yellow cards to both teams, 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides to Aston Villa, and 5 offsides to Man City. 6 corners to Aston Villa, and Man City registered no corner in a full 90-minute play. Guys, no way. This is unbelievable, but it's right. Man City never registered anything like a corner in the entire full game. It shows you that they are suffocated, and they couldn't obviously raise up to the occasion. And Aston Villa ran the show. They ran the show. And one will ask me, Rokani, what was the starting 11 of Aston Villa that went ahead to suffocate Man City? Let me show it to you and really bring you how they went ahead to line up on the day. This is the starting 11 of Aston Villa. They went ahead to play a system of 4-4-1-1. Martinez in goal, Konsa right back, Digne left back, Diego Carlos and Pau Torres in the central defense, Leon Bailey right winger, McGuinn left winger, Kamara and Douglas Luiz played as a double pivot, Yuri Tillemans and Watkins. And I see this as a diamond because he played with 4 midfielders. Boba Kamara at the base of the diamond, McGuinn at the wide left of the diamond, Leon Bailey at the wide right of the diamond, Douglas Luiz playing at the tip of the diamond, then Yuri Tillemans and Oli Watkins led the line. That's the starting 11 of Aston Villa that really went ahead to obviously shock Man City at their stadium. Now, Man City had Ederson, Kyle Walker, Diaz, Vadio, 3 in the system of 3-2-4-1, Akanji, John Stones, the double pivot, Bernardo Silva, Rico Lewis, Alvarez, Foden, and then Haaland led the line. But they couldn't obviously match the levels of the team called Aston Villa. Aston Villa went ahead to beat them hands down, and right now the table reads something different. And other games, Liverpool went ahead to beat Sheffield by 1-0 tonight. 2-0, scored by Virgil van Dijk and Sobasilai. That's how the game of football really went ahead to end. And after that game of football, it really shows you different table rankings and runnings. United have gone ahead to beat Chelsea by 2-1. That is how things really went ahead to happen. And this is how the Premier League table really looks right about now. Arsenal, 36 points, 15 games played. Liverpool, 34 points, 15 games played. Aston Villa, 32 points, 15 games played. They've gone ahead to overtake Man City. Man City is having 30 points. They are Man City are in the 4th position, right? So that is how the table is really looking at right now. And Arsenal is 2 points clear ahead of Liverpool and 6 points ahead of Man City and 4 points ahead of Aston Villa. That's how the Premier League table is really looking. But for Man City, it's not good news. It's not good news for City. In the previous 4 Premier League games they've gone ahead to play, they've gone ahead to really draw 3 and lose 1. And guess what? They're going to play away at Luton Town over the weekend. Will they overcome Luton Town? Luton Town is like a wounded lion, because Arsenal went ahead, obviously, get the late minute winner, you know, in the 90th plus the 7th minute added, you know. So they might have gone ahead to get the charge and obviously get to know that we can beat a huge team. So they are playing out Luton Town, and Aston Villa is hosting Arsenal over the weekend. And Liverpool, who is Liverpool hosting? I want to see Liverpool. Liverpool is playing who over the weekend? Liverpool is playing away at Crystal Palace. So it's really a huge table competition, and I think this season is going to be one of the hardest table competition I'm going to hate to see into this time. And Pep Guardiola is under a lot of scrutiny at Man City, and things might be turning upside down. So guys, tell me your thoughts about Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0, Liverpool winning, Man United winning, and Man City losing. May the living to God bless you abundantly. That's what I thought about this game of football. Yuri Tillemans was really great in this game of football, and Leon Bailey scored a very beautiful goal. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. See you in the morning. Bye-bye.